I'm Samira Ramadan or Samira Ondiza. I was admitted at St. Mary's Lwak Girls on the 13th of January 2026. I was a proud learner. The first time I heard I'm going to join a national school, I was a very proud learner. So when I joined Lwak, I was admitted. On that morning, I remember we even went to the deputy principal boarding, that's Madam Ogenga. I remember my mom asked her, are Muslims allowed to wear hijabs in this school? Or are there Muslims in this school? Her answer was an absolute yes. She gave an absolute yes, and we were like, yes, we got a good school. So after that, I headed to the dormitory and I met a Muslim girl named Feni Aisha. She told me I'm going to be forced to remove my hijab. Then I was like, no, I'm not going to be told to remove my hijab. Maybe that was your liking for you to remove your hijab. So after that, there's nothing else happened. Then after some 2 to 3 days, there's this sister called Sister Melanie. Sister Melanie called me. I'd gone to pick my uniforms. Then Sister Melanie called me. She was telling me I'm supposed to remove my hijab. I told her this issue is being handled by Miss Ogenga, so when it's done, I'll have to maybe remove it or stay with it. So she continued speaking in a tough way towards me, and I never answered it. So I walked back to class. Then after some time, I was called by Miss Ogenga. She quarreled me because I'm having a hijab. I refused to remove it because of my religion and my faith. Then I told her I'm not going to remove it. She quarreled me and she went to an extent of calling some more Muslims. They came, explained to her that you can't pray or worship without hijabs and also the long dresses. She was like, you guys have hijabs in school? They answered yes. She almost beat them up since they had hijabs in school. I think she never knew that they have hijabs. So we walked back to class. I spoke to my dad. My dad told me, don't remove it, I'll come and speak to them. So I never removed it and walked back to class. Since then, I've always been harassed by the learners, the sisters, and also the administration, just because I'm having my hijab on. Uh, since we started learning, I've not been of concentration that much, since a lot of people are throwing bullets at me because I'm the only one having hijab. So last week on Monday, the school father called me at the liturgy. So I went at the liturgy. It was during games time. I had not gone for games yet. So I went to the liturgy. Then he just started speaking to me in a light note. Then as he proceeded, at the middle of the conversation, he was telling me that that is a Catholic school, that we are not allowed to wear hijab, and I'm going to be forced to remove my hijab after some time. I told him I've been allowed by the school principal to have it on, and he told me, yes, you've been allowed, but you'll have to remove it after some time. So I've always been harassed since that time. I got a chance to speak to my dad. I explained to him everything. And as I'm speaking, I would like to ask anyone who can help the Muslims in the schools where they're not allowed to wear hijabs. So just get a way to help us, because this is not fair at all. We have the right to worship. We have to worship. And plus, St. Mary's Lwak Girls is a national school, in fact, a C1 school, where they expect learners from all around the country, and they expect learners with different denominations and different religions. On mass days, we are forced to go for mass. It's a must do thing. And if you don't go for mass, you're being told you're going for suspension. I don't get the point to why we are being forced to do it, yet we don't force the Catholics to go for this other stuff. Because on Fridays, everyone is always having societies. No one is forcing the Catholics to go into another society. So I don't get the point to why we are being forced to go for mass, and yet we are not of that denomination or religion. So it's been hectic for me for these 4 weeks. I've tried concentrating, but it's not been easy for me. The other Muslims are also complaining, so if you guys can help us, just talk to these guys and make them understand to why we are wearing this hijab. They call it a thing most of the time. It's so hurting for them to call this a thing, yet it's a garment meant for worship for us. So if they can help, just help us, because this is so hectic for us. Most of the learners are not concentrating since they're not able to worship in their freedom. So yeah. So the YCS, they go to a certain place, the Catholics, the SDS to a certain place. They have been made for spaces for worship. So for us Muslims, there's a certain class, it's Form 3 South. Yes, that's where we go for worship. We are not allowed to pray. We are not allowed to do anything. And if you are praying, let those heads or administrators not see you, because if they see it, it becomes another issue again. So we are not given enough time to worship and to do anything.
Majina ni Samira Ali Ramadhan, nimetoka eneo bunge ya Hijab. Nilileta wanafunzi hapa Lwak Girls na academy on 13 January. So amekuwa na challenge because of Muslim, sababu ya kuvaa hijab. Mtoto amekuwa ni mwenye kutengwa, mwenye kuambiwa maneno mazito kutokana kwa deputy principal, mama anaitwa Ogenga. Alafu kuna masista wenye wako hapo wanabagua mtoto Muislamu sababu yeye ndio ako na hijab peke yake, ambapo kuna wale wengine wapo wamekubali kutoa hiyo hijab, lakini huyu naye alikataza hajawahi kabila hijab na ikawa kwa nayo. Principal mwenyewe sijai meet one on one, wakati nimekuja sijampata kwa shule. Mtoto ametengwa, hataki kujulikana, hawataki kumtambua kama Muislamu, to the extent that yule anaitwa father amekuja kuonyesha mtoto with the time atatoa hijab, hawatambui Muislamu kwa hiyo shule. So nimeamua kutoka na mtoto wangu niende kutafuta penye nitapata usaidizi kwa wanatambua Uislamu. But my worry is, nimeona kuna Waislamu wamebaki kwa hiyo shule. Wamebaki katika hali gani? Hawana hijab. Tunaelekea mwezi wa Ramadhani, sijui watafunga namna gani, sijui watapata chakula namna gani. So naomba IMLU waingilie kati, at least Waislamu wapate haki yao kwa hiyo shule. Uzi wa hali ya juu sana kwa hiyo shule ya Lwak Girls. Wa upande yote wamenionyesha hawatambui Waislamu kwa hiyo shule. Ukitaka kuwa hapo lazima uache Uislamu nje, ukikuja hapo ukubaliane na hao Catholic ndio mkwe mko sawa. Actually my fee balance, I think ya term yote nilikuwa nimemaliza na kuna around 20,000 juu ya hiyo. So sijaona kama hiyo fee imenisaidia, sababu ukienda kwa records ilikuwa na around 33,000 nilikuwa nimemalizana nayo. Alafu kuna another 20,000 nilikuja nao, nikijua nataka nipunguze paka kwa ile term 2 nisihangaike sana. So naona nimebakisha pesa mingi kwa hiyo shule, na wameniambia mpaka principal mwenyewe yupo akuje ndio wanisort, lakini sioni kitu itanirudisha kwa hii shule, japokuwa labda kungangania Waislamu wale wamebaki hapo. But kuna unyanyasaji wa hali ya juu kwa shule ya Lwak about Muslim. Mtoto kwanza mwenye amefanya akaogopa kabisa, kuna father amekuja kamuongelesha Jumatatu. Huyo father aliongea na lugha ya madharau. Huyo father unaweza kumkumbuka jina? But kuna father alikuwa anatembea hapo akamwambia lazima utafuata mila za hii shule, hatutambui Waislamu hapo, with the time hijabu utatoa. And he is the only Muslim who ana hijab kwa hiyo shule, but kuna Waislamu wengi hapo, kuna Waislamu zaidi ya 20 hapo. So kuna unyanyapaa hali ya juu kwa hiyo shule kuhusu Waislamu. Serikali najua walipeana uhuru kwa mwana Kenya wote kwa kuabudu, na kwa IMLU ni wale ndio wanafaa wa make sure kila shule kwa kila county Muislamu amepata haki yake, Mkristo amepata haki yake, kama ni Muhindi amepata haki yake. Haifai mtu yote anyanyaswe sababu ya dini yake. Mimi nimeona, ndio nimeongeleshana na komiti ya IMLU Siaya County, kuna ile nimeongea nao ya Kakamega County, even Vihiga County, but huyu wa Siaya alikuwa ameshikika kidogo, but nafikiri wameanza shughuli kuhusu hiyo maneno ya Waislamu kwa shule.